頂点ベンチみたいな競争にも慣れてこんな日常を平和と見間違うランブリンコスター揺さ
Hello and welcome to Anime Alliance's Watch or Drop. I'm Paul.
I'm Thomas.
And I'm Zach.
Today we're going to be talking about Kekkai Sensen, or also known as Blockade Battlefront in English.
It's hard to get out.
It really is hard to say.
And it's
We've watched the first 6 episodes of this show, and we are going to tell you what we think and whether or not we want to continue watching it or let it drop.
It's simulcasting right now.
Yeah.
And the 7th episode is out today, so we haven't watched that yet.
we're gonna get to this right after that.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Well,
if
we watch, we might drop it.
It's true.
They don't know.
Yeah,
Who knows?
But it's by Bones, and Bones is my favorite studio.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Fantastic.
we'll
That
see.
works.
We'll see how this goes. It could be terrible. I won't give any spoilers out, but
Not yet. So, this show takes place in a universe where another dimension has opened up in the middle of New York, and it's called the Alter World.
the Alter World.
It's called the Alter World, and these creatures, otherworldly creatures, come out, and they've sort of acclimated themselves very well into society in New York, but only in New York. The rest of the world seems to be a little
Cut off. They're cut off from it.
Yeah. So the story follows around a kid named Leonardo Watch.
Leonardo Watch.
And Leonardo Watch wants to be a reporter, but he's always felt pathetic and whatnot.
Yeah.
One day he gets approached by a god from the Alter World.
Yeah.
And is offered, hey, here are these eyes that will show you everything, the all-seeing eyes of God. And he gives this offer to Leonardo and his sister, with the catch being the one who takes it is consequently taking the other's eyes.
Right. So the person who doesn't take the eyes of God loses their
Their
eyes.
sight.
So Leonardo gets the eyes because his sister sacrifices her eyes.
Who's already a paraplegic.
Yeah, she's already in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a paraplegic, but
I think, is that not a
That's
whatever.
right, you're thinking paralegal.
Okay, excellent. So Leonardo goes to New York or whatever to try and get big or whatever, and ends up joining a group called Libra, who is basically there to keep the peace. And the show basically follows Leonardo and his adventures or misadventures with the group known as Lyra.
yeah, and this
Libra.
is an episodic series, so there is an overarching story, but every episode is sort of its own little story as well.
Everything's self-contained.
Yeah, you seem to get small tidbits of story throughout an episode, and the other stuff does not matter. Really.
Yeah. Which, first off, I gotta say, I usually hate that. Like, I watch Cowboy Bebop and all that sort of stuff, and I didn't really like that aspect of the show. A lot of people I know do. I think you guys enjoy that sort of stuff.
I did, yes.
But I'm not into that. I really like when a story is focused, but this one in particular has caught my eye.
Well, it's so goofy and well-natured, and just has like a really good heart.
Oh, yeah.
Every one of the characters is so interesting. Leonardo Watch being kind of a pansy with his all-seeing god
There's
eyes.
not much he can do.
Yeah.
No.
Well, he's like
He
I
also
said,
can't
he's a
look.
pansy.
He can't
Yeah.
see. He's just like this.
Yeah,
little
he has
thing.
to squint the entire time.
Oh, yes.
Then you have like Zap, who is just goofy incarnate.
Yeah.
Like,
Probably my least favorite character out of the main group, but still cool.
Really?
And that says much because I do
Yeah.
like him.
Oh,
but
he's
my
awesome.
least favorite.
But yeah,
Klaus.
Klaus,
Second
Klaus
favorite.
Alone.
He's great.
he's excellent.
Big werewolf man.
Chain.
Mm-hmm.
And there's
Chain.
tons of other characters introduced throughout the rest of it, like Lucky and
Black and
Dog
White.
Hummer, Black and White. Like these characters are so integral to the experience because all of the stories involve these characters in one way or another, but they're never entirely like, okay, this is going to be completely relevant to the overall plot once we hit episode whenever this ends.
Yeah. Like, for example, there's an episode where they play chess. And that's all that, that's pretty much all that happens.
That is all. The entire episode is either them standing outside of the room where they're playing chess, or inside the room playing chess.
I think you might be able to see Leonardo in like one frame, if that,
Yeah.
in the episode. But other than that, I mean, like, that's amazing though. To be able to take away so much from something that like you know so little about. Like this is totally new situation, and you're just like, okay, this is relevant because this is what it means.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And not only that, they also introduced a character in that episode. That is like a repeated character in every episode since.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. They're using these self-contained episodes to introduce characters that need to be in for the plot to work later on. I feel like the first 7, maybe 8 episodes of the show are going to be like really introducing a lot of people, but then the last 4 episodes, since they say this is going to be a 12-episode series,
12
are going to be like a big reveal of the plot, so it's a self-contained short 4-episode arc that's really serious but ties in events from the beginning.
No, yeah,
I hope that's how they do it at least.
Yeah.
And so far it looks like that's how it is. I mean, every episode, like, new character, we don't really see in the newest episode if he's going to be in more episodes after that, but he is introduced, like a newer character is introduced, the little guy with the burgers.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's cute, but it's probably my least favorite episode.
Yeah, I
so
really
far.
hope they don't bring him along.
Is he
It
in
was
the
just
outro?
like a filler.
No, is he?
See, that's usually how
He's not in the outro.
Well,
okay, so that could just be a
No, we
filler
went through the
episode.
outro earlier.
No, so maybe not, but he is introduced then, and it is a really self-contained story. Like, you
It
don't
really is,
get
yeah.
anything else.
No, except for right at the
You
end.
get a little bit
Except
at
for
the
right
end.
at the end.
with black
Once again,
and white.
little tidbits of story progression.
So what do you guys think about the overall universe? Would you like?
Oh.
Is it a cool universe?
Oh
or
yeah.
The city just looks fantastic.
with
Like
the mushroom cloud over it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my god!
I
But
want
even
them-
like just the way the buildings look, it's too good.
I want them to go into the Alter World a bit
Yeah.
more, because like we've only seen, I think it was in the second episode, they go into the Alter World
Yeah.
a little, but it would be real neat to see
Yeah.
what the other side of that portal looks
and
like.
like stuff gets really weird.
It does.
Oh, sure does.
It gets
And I
like
love
at the way they explain it is the farther you get in, the weirder things pretty much get, and the more like not mutated, but the more alien
Grotesque.
people. Yeah. Stuff gets a lot stranger as you go deep, and there's even like borderlines, like you can't cross. Certain people can't cross. They're not allowed to go farther out because of what they are or what they can do.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting. Oh yeah, I do want to see if they go farther into that. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. I really hope that ends up being some sort of plot point within the story.
I'm sure it will be. Like knowing Bones and what they've done before, I think they're going to. I can almost say 100% certain.
I hope so.
So that we can look forward to that. What about the any sort of bad things about the universe? I can say like maybe one, and that there is a lot to take in. You need to be ready for this.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. There's
Yeah.
a lot of information being shot at you all of the time.
You really need to sit down and just pay full attention to the animation.
Really, you need to know Japanese to really enjoy this.
I also think one thing is you need to be able to pause. You need to be ready to pause, because sometimes they're overlaying text, which is translated along with people talking, which is also translated, and it's on like top and bottom of the screens. You don't have much of a
Yeah.
problem with this, but people like myself and
do.
James,
I'm also
and
horrible
you,
at it, yeah.
we need to take a second,
I'm
maybe
not the
play it
worst,
twice.
but-
Yeah, you said you were fine. With it.
I can get it I can get the gist of it.
Yeah.
Because I just speed read it.
And it's not the show's fault because they're making it for a Japanese audience.
Yeah.
But like because we are English and we need the subtitles, it does decrease from that shot particularly. You know.
I can say another thing I love about this anime
Oh, cool.
is whenever they introduce a new character, they have this wall of text pop up
Yeah.
with just bits of information
I forgot
about the
about
character. It's just
my.
great.
What's the one on Zap?
It's like something Dick or like something like
Like
that.
Dick Boy or something?
Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's Dick
It's
Boy.
not Dick Boy.
Well,
It's not-
James, put it up on the screen.
You
with
can
us.
find it.
Yeah, you can fucking put it. Because I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Make fun of us if it isn't. But yeah, no, it's really great, and it sort of gives you like what their character is almost.
Yeah.
It's sort of like
It's an overview.
Yeah.
A synopsis of the character in few words.
There's a lot of stuff that like doesn't. It's just like a HUD almost, so it's like
Yeah.
a lot of graphical stuff, but it looks great every time they do it.
Well, there's one shot in the second or third episode where Leonardo is talking to everyone in Libra, and it's showing everyone's like wall of text thing around their face, but then it cuts back to a shot of all 5 people in the room, and all of them have the wall of text around
my
their heads,
God,
and it
it's so
just
great.
looks hilarious,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, so they're doing this for reals because they like understand that it's funny and it's a joke, but they also understand the meta joke of it, that like this is just a thing that happens in this world, I guess, because why not?
Because why not? And that is like almost the definition of this show. It's because why not?
Yeah, anything can happen in this world.
We talk about like the second episode, which I believe is your favorite episode.
Yes, probably.
And well, you could sort of tell us what happens generally in that episode. If you
Well,
want.
Zap and Leonardo end up finding a truck that is, I don't know, camouflaged, whatever, enchanted so that it looks like a cleaning truck, but it's actually a truck filled with bodies.
Because why not?
Because, yeah, exactly. Because why not?
Yeah.
So Leonardo gets captured and whatnot, and Zap, like, touches his shirt, and then later on, using a whole bunch of blood that he got through transfusions at a hospital, ends up making a huge trail so that the chain can follow the trail all the way to Leonardo.
And when he, like, lights it on fire.
Oh, it's so cool.
So cool.
Yeah, the show has just the right amount of goofiness.
It does.
Like, the same episode when... they're trying to follow the truck before the blood thing, and it cuts to Chain, and she's like, looking around. Shit!
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
I really think that, like, the overlying comedy with a serious... Like, it is a very serious situation, right?
Oh, yeah.
But they make it more casual by introducing all this comedy and the silliness, but you still, like, are like, okay, well, I want to know what happens next because I want it to get better.
Yeah, how are they going to get Leonardo? What's going to happen?
Yeah, exactly. And that's really cool. I mean, like, they did that really well, and I hope they continue with that silliness even as they progress. When they finish introducing all the characters, I want to see what it's like after that. Are they going to go more serious? Are they going to stick with the comedy? Who knows? But what's your favorite episode? Zach?
Episode 5 so far.
5? What happens in that, generally?
There's a giant truck going around trying to eat people, and they're...
A lot of cars in our favorite
Because why
episodes.
not?
Because why not?
Why not? Yeah, exactly.
That's the show.
And they're sitting there battling the truck, but it's just the new characters we found out. Dog Hummer.
Yeah.
We found out about
Which
him.
one was that?
Well,
The guy that's
pretty boy.
2-person in one.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Like his blood has a personality.
Yeah, the other guy's name is like Brody Doran or something like
Something
that.
like that, yeah.
And Aligura calls them Brody and Hummer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No, yeah, that's really cool. That was, I never really thought about too much about that episode, but
That episode actually has probably my only con, and it's like it's a nitpick because it's just a personal thing. I don't like Aligula's voice.
who?
The
Or
little
Aligura,
girl.
whatever.
Okay.
The pink-haired
Going
chick.
after Dog Hummer.
Yeah, she was. Kind
She's
of
just
annoying.
really squeaky,
Yeah.
and like that's a personal thing. I'm sure that the voice acting is meant to be that way because it ended up in the show that way. So whatever, it's just me. You might like it. It's a thing.
I'm sure James hates that. And the animation, the overall animation and music is just presented so well. Like they do this really cool thing where they do the outline of the characters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But in the background is all like almost like, well, everything's hand drawn. Most things are hand drawn, but it's like hand drawn, almost like art pictures. You know?
Yeah, there's
it
a
looks
lot of
so
detail.
cool.
Excellent.
I
detail
love
in
it.
And especially with his eyes, when he uses his eyes, the like symbols and shit that pop up are really neat,
So many thimbles.
really detailed.
No, I totally agree. And like, along with the music that's put on top of that, which, oh my god, out of all the anime series I've ever watched, as shows, I'm gonna say specifically shows because movies have a bit more touch and go with this, but as a show, it has the best soundtrack ever, and I have yet to see
The entire show.
the entire show.
too.
But I mean, like, it hasn't repeated like a song that they play in the show.
Yeah. It's
Once.
It seems
No.
as if the music is made episode by episode.
Which is amazing. You don't really get that production value in a lot of anime now.
Yeah, a lot of anime, they might replay 2 or 3 songs and you hear it throughout the animation.
And like, if we're talking about the worst, if you watch Guilty Crown, I'm sure you know the fucking one song they play in every episode. It's terrible. It was good at first, but it just goes on, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. And but like, this doesn't suffer from that because every episode you're getting a new feel. Like the music, and if we had Adam here, he would talk a little bit more about it. But the music really does set the tone for the episode.
Yeah.
Like, one episode's a lot more jazzy and it's a lot more upbeat because it's an upbeat situation. They're chasing a truck that they're trying to shoot it down or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like another one where he's at a hospital and it's a lot more mellow. You know, he's talking to White, and you know, it's a bit more upbeat or uplifting, not upbeat.
Yeah.
So I think that's amazing, and like the way they're doing that, it just 10 out of 10 for music. Good job.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I really enjoyed
Oh my
it. Like,
god.
it's very rare that I'm sitting there and I'm like, I just love every bit about this music.
Yeah.
Like the jazz starts off in that first episode and you're like, okay, I'm just ready for a good time.
Yeah. And we'll talk a little bit about this, but the opening and ending is just one of the best.
Oh, yes.
The ending just makes you feel so good, especially when you're watching it and like everyone's just dancing and having a good time. You're like, okay, I can dig this.
I can say without a doubt, I have not contained myself from smiling any time that the outro comes on.
Yeah. Oh, why would you?
I just have a smile on my face. Like, I'm alone in my basement just watching an anime and I'm just like giggling to myself because it's so good. I'm almost like at the point now because they're just like,
yeah.
Put some music onto that.
I've got the song. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So
it's so good. And like the way they do that, and they even in the outro, like they show all the characters and like they put them in the silly situation where they're just dancing.
Yeah, they're just goofing off in front of a stage because
and it's,
why not?
Yeah, and it's not bad like Assassination Classroom when they do it. It's fucking worst show ever.
No.
I'm sorry.
Spoiler alert.
This is good. Yeah, whatever.
I
don't really care. Yeah. But yeah, no. So overall, like the music is in the show is great. But I just want to know your sort of final thoughts about this. Any sort of cons or pros, or would you suggest it to anybody?
Well, you know what? I think that that boils it down to: are you guys going to watch it or drop it?
I said I'm gonna watch it. It's fantastic. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'm totally gonna watch it. It's probably my favorite anime right now.
I slap you right out of my house, you damn old bitch.
No, it's so good, guys. Just
it's excellent. I'm totally watching it.
After you're watching this, you should know what's gonna happen, but it will not take away from the show. And I promise you that. You could, if you have not watched it yet, go and watch it. And if you have already, I hope this sort of opened your eyes to like more of a critical look at it, because we're sort of talking about individual components. So I really hope you do look at it again if you haven't.
Where can you watch it?
You can watch it at Funimation.
Yeah, that's the place.
Not a sponsor.
Simulcasting on Funimation.
So assumingly, because you were about to kick me out, you would obviously watch it too, Paul.
Oh yeah.
Of course you
yeah. Would. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm just gonna keep saying it, man.
Fucking right, bye.
Man, I'm gonna go for a rip, but I'm gonna be having that theme song playing in the background the entire time, you know, bud?
Can we just do that? Can we just like put our outro and it's just all this? Come on. So click, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you share this video with everybody you know that if they like anime, or even if they don't, maybe this will be the stepping stone for them to watch this. Because I really do think that anime, and I think we all agree with this, is an appreciated art. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to sort of look at this more as just art than like just it's anime, and we are anime fans, but we want to be able to share this with our friends who are not, like Adam. We had him on just a while ago for Summer Wars, or not yet, if you haven't seen it yet, but it opens up this whole art form, and Adam loved Summer Wars.
Oh, true.
So again, I really hope you do watch it, and if you haven't, do, and
like, comment, and subscribe.
Awesome. We'll see you next time.
And yeah.
頂点ベンチみたいな競争にも慣れてこんな日常を平和と見ま